All right, fellow meme stockholders, XMAX Trading here. So I'm going to go over some latest DD on AMC after the bombshell weekend with Top Gun. So let's get started. Okay, AMC Entertainment. Can it rally to $20, according to TheStreet.com? So the fact they're even talking about this suggests, it might be a possibility, not financial advice, but interesting to hear what they have to say. AMC Entertainment is rallying strong after Top Gun. Can the stock rally to $20 and beyond? AMC leaped out of the gate May 31st, the first trading day of the holiday shortened week. Shares moved up 11% to start the week and then eased to 4.6% the last check. So went up 11%, came back down, settled at 4.6% gain for the day. Initial rally came after the record Memorial Day box office result for Top Gun Maverick. AMC said domestically and internationally, more than 5 million customers came through the door this weekend. 2/3 of those visitors came from the new Top Gun film. AMC has been trading much better lately. Stock is working on its third straight daily gain, and if it closes higher this week, it will mark a third straight weekly gain. So I think, not financial advice, we're making higher bases, right? You're trying to make a base of support that's higher. We stopped this downtrend that happened after the last earnings, because the last earnings were pretty good, right? Companies on course to better financials, and then the market tanked and the price was tanking, and that sucks. Despite the trouble that the overall market has had in the past 2 months, the so-called meme stocks AMC and GME lately have been finding some momentum, so they're honest about that. This is not to say these stocks haven't been hit with the stock market sell-off. AMC is still down 60% from the March high and down 46% of the year. They always remind you of that. They're always trying to remind you that a year ago, when it ran up to 70, it's down, 60% or whatever. Does it have more upside now? Trading AMC. Oh, nice flag there, right? Hopefully it'll go. The $13.50 to $15 area really has my attention. Not only do the 10-week and 200-week moving averages sit just above that area, but the zone has prior support area from the first quarter that has been resistance until this week. The bulls now hope that AMC can reclaim this area and continue higher. If they can do that, it can unlock significant potential upsides. Specifically, I'm looking whether or not AMC can clear 21 weekly moving average, probably on the daily chart. That was resisted in March and sits just above today's high. Above that could open the door to $20, which could represent 37% upside from the current levels. If AMC stock gains that even more momentum, perhaps the bulls can turn their attention to $22 or $23 area. In that zone, we find the 10-month moving average and monthly VWAP. It's also where downtrend resistance comes into play, the blue line. Downward trend resistance, so yeah. On the flip side, keep an eye on today's current low of 1393. A break of this level puts 1350 in play. Remember that that's the bottom of 1350, the $15 range we're watching. It didn't. It stayed at $14 today, right? 14.34. It closed below 1350, but all right. So interesting they've even mentioned this. So let's look at the technicals charts. All right, so what we see here, we have the EMAs, we have the stochastic, and MACD. MACD is really just EMAs, right? 9 and 12 EMA, right? 9 and 12 EMAs. That's kind of interesting with the MACD. It's just EMAs, different kind of flavor. So stochastic, right? There was kind of thinking it might go back down on the daily stochastic, but it bounced up. It has more bullish trend right now. So we have the 1330.48. According to the famous 1348 crossover, right? Here's bullish. See, when it ran up the bullish on the daily, it ran up past 200. When it ran up famous from back in March 16th, right? Oh man, this was a long time ago, 2 months ago. So here we can see the lines, maximum divergence here, MACD's price divergence. So it's gaining ground as the price is finding a base or kind of declining slightly, but the MACD is diverging upwards. Stochastic is pivoting, and then it ran up and it broke the turn and moving the average, but then it went back down. So that's what's so frustrating about TA, because things should make sense, and then sometimes it gets pushed back down. So I think we have to hold above the 200 EMA on the daily, which is 21.97. If we break below it, we're going to go bearish again. especially below the 1348 crossover. Boom. Goes back down. Okay, let's look at the hourly. So I think it might settle down tomorrow. Tomorrow is June 1st, so it might go down here. But it depends where it goes back up, right? MACD is showing overbought. So MACD is showing, yeah, it's overbought. Let's see, it might go back down here and pivot up, right? If it goes, see, it went up here, pivoted and went back down, right? But, you know, that is a higher MACD than before. So that's kind of interesting. So we'll see. Maybe it goes back down here and then pivots back up. Stochastic may pivot around here and go back up. So we'll see. Let's look at let's look at the RSI. They have this funny RSI with a moving average in it now. So okay, RSI was oversold here. Now it's overbought. So I think the gains will be limited tomorrow for the next few days, perhaps, and then it might find a new level of support, and then we may continue upwards. But we'll see. Are we on hiking and ashy? Momentum, yep. And then let's see. Let's look at the candlesticks here. Blue and white candlesticks. Yeah, nice pivot there. Yeah, but that thing about stochastic, it can bleed, right? It bleeds in the top because here it crossed over, kept going upwards, even though it's in bleed overbought territory in the hourly. So it's good to look at multiple time frames. You know, I think the weekly is definitely the long term, next year kind of that's week. Daily is probably the next 6 months, and then the hourly is kind of like the next, 3 to 4 weeks, in my view. In my opinion, not financial advice. See, people thought this was going down more, and then it boomed, and then it entered this channel, but you're trying to figure out if it's going to recover, it's going to go back down. It's really hard. Okay, so we look at this. I love gaps. Nice gap right here. Okay, let's get rid of this. Nice gap. I mean, gaps get filled. These exhaustion gaps, just a matter of time. Boom, 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 and then 1050 would have been a great time to get in. Out of your position. I hope it goes back down there. At least goes back down to 11. I mean, not financial advice. I think a lot of people will be buying it up. Especially with June 3rd coming around, right? When they can't use Chinese securities anymore for collateral for their shorts, which Citadel has done in the past. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. I think there's just a huge battle going on. So slightly bearish now, right? Below this EMA. Below the 13, 30, 48, 200. So, yeah, below. So we'll see what happens. I think the hourly determines the daily determines the weekly. So it's just looking at the most data. So yeah, there might be a gap here. If it does break down to the bearish, it might go down here or below, in my view. And let's see. So the 200 is right here because it's always the most laggard one. Yeah, if it breaks 1290, then we're gonna be bearish for sure. Broke turn here. This was the really big pivot, right? Boom, dude. When it broke this, 200 at April the 7th. Yeah, it had this nice run up. For sure, the run up is guaranteed when you cross the 200 and hold it and boom, right in the EMAs upwards. I love technical analysis. It's just hard. It's hard to predict what's going to happen. You try to make these estimated guesses based on candlestick patterns and moving averages and all that. So, what do we have here? We have a gap at 1126. We filled that gap, went down even more. So who knows? It might go back here. Let's see. This is on the 30-minute chart. Let's see. Anything on the 15-minute chart? So just my TA. Oh, this is wonderful. You just don't know when these exhaustion gaps get filled. It could be next couple days, weeks, whatever, you don't know. But to me, my not financial advice, they do get filled. And then boom. Yeah, this is the same pattern from the run up to 30, right? Actually, the run up last year. All right, guys, leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so I can keep posting these videos about AMC. And let me know what you guys think. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. All right, later.